Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of UBU Yoga. Today's pose is child's pose. So let's start off by just seeing what our child pose looks like today. So we'll start in our table pose.
Okay.
As we come into position, you're just going to notice that I have a blanket under my knees today. I say today, but it's really every time I practice yoga. For anybody with cranky knees, having a folded blanket can really offer a nice layer of comfort. So quickly checking in with our alignment, just make sure that your wrists are under shoulders, that your knees are under hips. From here, begin to press into the hands, shifting the hips back, allowing the hips to rest on the backs of your calves. Walk your hands forward, lower the head to the ground. Take a full breath in, full breath out. So many people struggle with getting the forehead down to the ground. So I'm going to take a block, and taking the block on the lowest setting, shift back once more into my child's pose. But you'll notice this time that I actually can find that pose just a little bit easier, having the ground meet me where I am. And then taking another breath in, another breath out. Another option that I like to offer is to help release that lower back by bringing the big toes to touch, bringing the knees out as wide as the mat, and then again walking the hands forward. Yeah. This is my child's pose today. So how are you doing over there, Annie?
I am doing okay, but I'm a little uncomfortable. I love the modification with the block by way of bringing the ground up. But as you can see, my feet are not rested on the mat. I'm having a hard time shifting my hips back toward my heels.
Sure.
Because my feet are actually in this pose, my feet are in the way.
Yep. And you guys can definitely see that as well. Annie has a lot of space between the tops of her feet and her ankles and the ground. There's nothing for her to release into. So just like with the block for her head, we are going to bring the ground up to where she is. So Annie, if you could just shift back into your table.
Happily.
Were you waiting for me to say that?
Yes.
All right. So give me just a minute. Can you lift your, oh, beautiful girl. Downward dog's another day. All right. And then just take a moment. I know I kind of had to shift. Find your table. Checking out that alignment. It looks good. Good. All right.
Shifting back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That feels a little better.
Yep. I just want to kind of add a little tuck to this. You don't need to do any moving. Nope. You're good. I'm just,
oh, that feels better.
Yep. I can already see the difference when you shift back.
So I'm getting more of a stretch here.
Mm-hmm. Now I see the ground pulled away, so
sure did.
Let's just lift that ground up to you. Okay.
That feels much better.
Now with you, I always worry about toes. So tell me about your toes. Are they comfortable?
No. My toes feel like they're getting squished.
Yep.
And some of them are actually in pain.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So
we need to comfort them.
If you could shift forward back into your table again. Okay. Or actually, I think you need to shift off the mat for just a moment.
Sure.
Yeah. Getting under those toes can be a little bit of a challenge.
Sorry, guys. You're seeing my back for a moment here.
It's okay. Okay. Yeah. And so what I've done is Annie comes back into her table. You'll notice that I have not just a single folded blanket, but double folded blanket. So that should give a little bit of a release for the tops of your feet.
Okay. You ready?
So whenever you're ready, yep, please come back into your table. And you shifted a lot, so do take the time.
Much more comfortable. Okay, so
Now, are you going to keep your knees on the mat?
no.
Nope, that's right.
We're gonna come here, right?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. I'm on the table again. Was that this?
And then whenever you're ready, shift your hips back towards your heels.
That feels a lot better on my toes.
Can you bring your forehead down, or should we lift the block higher? Yes. Okay. How does that feel?
Better.
Okay.
It feels better.
Okay. I would like to offer one more modification.
Okay.
Your hips, your seat, are definitely a large distance away from your heels. So I feel like your bottom half isn't fully supported here. So if you don't mind, I have one more blanket, and let's see if we can kind of close that distance off a little bit. So this time, you don't have to come off your mat, Annie, but if you just want to shift forward into your table. Yep.
Okay.
And then when you're ready.
Oh, that's yummy.
Okay.
Oh, that feels really great.
And then just do me a favor, take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh that breath out. How's that feel, Annie?
I already feel like I'm starting to melt into the props and
Good.
actually relax, which is what this pose is intended for.
Yeah.
I love that blanket in between my thighs and my heels. That feels really great.
Good.
And my toes are supported now, and I feel like I'm actually able to shift my hips back a little bit more.
Wonderful.
Creating that stretch in the lower back. So this actually feels really, really good.
Good.
Again, I think I'm going to hang out here for a little while, guys, while Erin wraps up the video.
So child's pose definitely should be a pose of rest. A pose that calms the mind, calms the body, helps you come back to your breath. So we encourage you to think about maybe adding a prop the next time you complete your child's pose, whether it's a blanket, a block, anything that helps you make this pose your pose. So until then, until next time, enjoy your practice, and we look forward to hearing any suggestions that you may have. You want to say goodbye from that pose?
Bye, guys. Have a great day.